So it is not the best time of day for me to do this because it's nighttime and you bloat as the day goes by. So this is gonna be fun. But anyway, I wanted to show you before the end of the day how you can strengthen your core while going about your day. Okay, so this is something that you can do. Hello. This is something that you can do as you are cooking, as you're walking, as you are sitting at your desk, okay? This is something very simple you can incorporate. Now, what you're gonna do though, I want you to know this. You're gonna be doing this to strengthen your core. This does not mean you're gonna be losing weight, okay? You're gonna be strengthening your ab muscles and that's very important, obviously, for posture. It's important for the health of your body. And then you can also incorporate this with, like, as you work out more, because you're going to want to also be working on fat loss if that is in fact your goal. This does not help you with fat loss, okay? I just want you to know that, because if you do this a ton and you're not working at all on fat loss, then you can make your belly go out by strengthening your core. You got those muscles and you push your belly out more, okay? So basically what you're gonna do is you are going to contract your muscles, okay? So you are basically going to, as you're standing, you're just gonna tighten. I don't know if you can really tell. Show me if you can tell, or show me if you can tell. Tell me if you can see, if you can tell. But you're just gonna tighten. You can hold your muscles in. Now listen, I got extra fat too, so. But you're gonna hold them in and let it out. Hold it in and let it out. Like I said, you can do this while you're walking. Like if you're walking and you are holding your ab muscles in, that's gonna strengthen your core. If you are sitting, you can just make sure that you've got your posture going correctly. And you're gonna hold those ab muscles in, okay? If you are cooking, you're gonna hold those ab muscles in, let it out. Hold it in, let it out, okay? So if you just do that like throughout the day, or you can do, so many reps, you can really do it however you want to. You incorporate it with your life and your schedule to make it easier. That is going to tighten up your core. Tightening up your core is gonna help with back pain, okay? Yes, so this is what I mentioned at the very beginning. Does that cause you to build layers of muscle over fat? No, your fat, a lot of your fat is over your muscle, right? So the visceral fat is over your muscle, and that is what you see, like if you have more fat on the outside. You do have fat like under your muscle, but what's gonna happen is if you are not working on nutrition and weight loss with it, then your muscles are gonna get stronger and it can potentially push your belly out farther. It doesn't mean you're like fatter or look, but it might give you the appearance that you look bigger. Does that make sense? You have to be able to work on everything, but like it's not gonna make a huge difference with that if you're kind of doing it periodically and you're working up with it. This is a really easy way to kind of get started with building some muscle, because the muscle burns fat. The more muscle that you have, the more it burns fat, it speeds up your metabolism, and helps in a lot of other ways. So, it helps with your posture, helps with chronic pain. So you definitely want to work on that, but this is kind of a starting point. It's something that you can do while you're sitting down. I know you've got your podcast, so while you're sitting down, if you're doing your podcast, it's almost like Kegels, right? Like a lot of women will do Kegels while you're sitting down. People have no idea, and you're sitting there like, right? You do the same thing but with your abs, okay? And really, this is a way. Yes, girl, I'm with you with chronic back pain. Remember, we talked about that. But this is a way that, you can do this. You can contract your muscles like with your arms, right? And if you're really getting started in your health journey, that's a really good way to start, because if you're not used to weightlifting and that sort of thing, you really kind of want to ease into it and build as you go, because you don't want to hurt yourself, right? So one thing that you want to work on, and by the way, if you sit a lot during the day, you need to make sure that you are getting up and walking around at least once an hour, because you're putting pressure on your spine when you sit. It's crazy to me, but if you're sitting all day, especially if your posture isn't perfect, mine isn't, but like if you're sitting and you're kind of slumped over, you're putting all of this weight on your lower back and your hips, okay? So that is actually bad for your chronic back pain and your hips, even though it might hurt to be standing, but you definitely want to stand up, walk around a little bit, and take that pressure off of your lower spine, okay? But also, so you want to work, if you're sitting down, like if you're on your podcast, you want to make sure you're working on your posture, and as you're sitting up a little bit better, you can hold that in. Now, when you're first getting started, it feels awkward. It's hard, like it's harder to do because you're just getting started building that muscle. But if you just keep doing it, then you will build it, okay? And then we can go from there and start with some simple nutrition swaps, some other simple things that you can do to get in better shape, to start your journey if you're just getting started, okay? But like, again, if you wanted to do that with your arms, if you flex, like you are just holding it and down and holding it down, you're using those muscles. So that's good. You start to really start training your muscles, tense it up. And the same thing like with your back up here, squeeze your shoulder blades, okay? I'm getting into all kinds of fun stuff that I didn't think I was gonna get into. But anyway, that's just a simple getting started trick. Make your core stronger, that core, okay? Because one of the reasons your back hurts is because your core is weak, and so your back is having to do a lot of extra work to compensate for a weak core, okay? But you want to work on both to make it even. Man, my back just cracked a bunch. So you work on your core to make it stronger, and then we can talk some more about some back stuff. But low back pain, you need to work on that core, my dear. So let me know if this is helpful. Hope you got some value from this. Give it some love if it is, and if you want to know more, I will be back for some more simple tips that you can incorporate in your day to start on your health and wellness journey, get healthier, and be the best you that you can be, because you deserve it.